Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, everyone. Buckle up because today's report is massive. And when I say massive, I mean potentially life-changing for those holding the Iraqi dinar. Picture this. The same U.S. banks that refused to acknowledge the dinar for years, banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America, are now quietly updating their systems to include this currency. This is not a rumor. It's happening right now, and it's creating waves in the financial world. If you've been following the dinar journey for a while, you know this could be the long-awaited revaluation we've been anticipating. Over the next 20 plus minutes, we're going to break down exactly what's happening behind the scenes, why these changes matter for holders of the Iraqi dinar, and why this may be the strongest sign yet that the revaluation is moving into motion. Stay with us because the details you're about to hear could redefine the next chapter for this currency and those invested in it. Reports and screenshots have started surfacing across multiple channels showing that the Iraqi dinar, identified by the IQD code, is appearing in the foreign currency screens of some of the largest U.S. banks. For years, attempts to find information about this currency were met with flat refusals or "we don't deal with that currency" statements. That's all changing. Some bank customers are now reporting that tellers simply confirm, "It's showing in our system now. This is unprecedented." What makes this even more important is that it isn't limited to one or two branches. It's being noticed across multiple institutions, which points to a coordinated update at the national level. This isn't speculation. The infrastructure itself is showing signs of preparation for the next big step. When U.S. banks start to reflect a currency that was previously unacknowledged, it is not a small event, it's a strong indicator of movement behind the scenes. Here's why this matters more than ever. U.S. banks do not randomly add currencies to their internal systems. These decisions require authorization, coordination with international financial systems, and updated rate data from institutions like Treasury departments, SWIFT, or global exchange platforms. The fact that the dinar is appearing again in the databases suggests that Iraq's currency is being prepared for recognition on a larger scale. Internal banking systems don't simply update themselves, they are carefully programmed and tested to ensure that all rates and conversion mechanisms are accurate before any official revaluation occurs. The current timing aligns with global financial updates and could signal that U.S. banks are already getting ready to handle the dinar in a fully operational capacity. This step is a critical piece of the puzzle for the revaluation process. The timing of these updates coincides with a major milestone. Iraq's central bank recently received international certification confirming compliance with global banking standards. This is a monumental achievement. It indicates that Iraq has modernized its financial infrastructure, stabilized its currency, and aligned itself with global standards, making it ready to integrate fully into international markets. When major U.S. banks suddenly begin updating their systems to include a currency that just achieved certification, it's more than coincidence, it's coordination. The sequence is logical. First, Iraq aligns with global standards. Next, its currency becomes recognized in international banking systems. And finally, major banks prepare to handle it actively. This chain of events is exactly what we're witnessing now. Behind the scenes, Iraq has been quietly working for months, if not years, to modernize its banking system. This includes restructuring reserves, implementing anti-corruption measures, linking up with global financial networks, and meeting the latest international compliance standards. Every step has been carefully planned. This kind of preparation is not visible to the general public, which is why the recent bank system updates are so telling. When a country's currency begins appearing in foreign banks, it reflects months of preparation, coordination, and regulatory approval. It is also a sign that the international financial community is ready to engage with the currency at a higher level. This isn't just theoretical, it's tangible evidence that major financial changes may be imminent. Consider how international banking works. When a currency is about to be revalued or activated for global exchange, banks need to be in complete sync. It's not as simple as flipping a switch. Systems need updates, tellers and employees need briefings, and back-end networks need to be configured to handle conversion rates accurately. This ensures that when a revaluation occurs, there are no system failures, errors, or delays. The presence of the dinar in these systems indicates that these preparatory steps are either underway or already completed. For dinar holders, this is a major development because it signals that the infrastructure necessary for exchange is being actively implemented. Some reports suggest that internal bank training has already begun. Employees are reportedly being briefed on how to handle foreign currencies that weren't previously listed. In certain branches, staff are being prepared for upcoming updates to international currency listings, possibly as soon as November. This kind of internal readiness is a clear indicator that something significant is being prepared. Banks don't invest time or resources into training unless there is a very strong signal from regulatory or governmental sources. The fact that three of the largest U.S. banks are updating systems and preparing staff points to coordinated global preparation, and this could be the final prelude to a dinar revaluation. Let's break this down. Logically, for viewers. When a country like Iraq plans a currency change, U.S. and international banks are notified through secure channels well in advance. This ensures that all systems worldwide reflect the same rates simultaneously. The updates we are seeing in Wells Fargo, Chase, and Bank of America are consistent with this process. These banks act as the front line for international currency exchange, meaning they will handle transactions, conversions, and possibly redemptions once the revaluation becomes official. If the bank systems are being updated and staff are being trained, this isn't speculative, it's evidence of preparation for an event of major financial significance. The infrastructure updates are only one part of a larger strategy. Iraq's central bank, in coordination with U.S. financial authorities, has been taking steps to stabilize the economy and strengthen the dinar internally. This includes restructuring currency reserves, ensuring liquidity, and earning international trust. Such moves are closely monitored by the IMF, World Bank, and global treasury representatives. Now that the banks are showing the dinar in their systems, it indicates that these international efforts have reached a stage where real, tangible results are emerging. The pieces are falling into place, and the sequence of preparation to execution is almost complete. The significance of this cannot be overstated. When banks begin showing a previously dormant currency in their systems, it is one of the clearest indicators that the revaluation may soon be active. This is no longer mere speculation or rumor, it is visible movement within major financial institutions. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, this could be the first real confirmation that years of waiting are approaching a conclusion. While the public may not see official statements immediately, the internal preparations happening right now speak volumes. So, what happens when the dinar officially becomes tradable in U.S. banks? The process will likely involve allowing holders to exchange physical notes for U.S. dollars at an official rate. Banks may implement appointments or designate select branches to handle these exchanges. In some cases, private appointment systems may be established to manage large holdings securely. This structured approach is critical to prevent chaos during the initial revaluation and to ensure that the process is orderly, transparent, and efficient. It's important to understand that an immediate skyrocketing of rates is not guaranteed. The first priority for banks is functionality, ensuring that the dinar can be processed, converted, and exchanged safely. Speculative highs may follow later, but the focus now is on operational readiness. The fact that banks are actively preparing shows that this moment is being treated seriously at the highest levels of finance. For long-term dinar holders, this is a crucial development. For viewers, there are a few key indicators to watch for in the coming days. Official announcements from Iraq's central bank or government about international banking updates are a primary signal. Updates in foreign currency rates on global platforms like forex or xe.com will also provide clues. Additionally, Any screenshots or confirmations from legitimate bank sources showing the IQD code with active rate information will be essential markers. These indicators will show that the transition from preparation to execution is underway. Skeptics may argue that these reports are nothing new, but this situation differs from previous rumors. This time, the change is visible in actual banking systems, a level of verification that cannot be faked. Banks do not activate foreign currency codes for entertainment, they only do so when there is regulatory or operational necessity. The convergence of Iraq's certification, internal system updates at major U.S. banks, and reports of staff training is strong evidence that a coordinated revaluation may be imminent. It's also worth noting that this development is part of a larger, carefully orchestrated plan. Iraq has spent years aligning with international financial standards, modernizing infrastructure, and stabilizing its currency. The appearance of the dinar in U.S. bank systems is a visible reflection of years of strategic work. Everything is lining up perfectly. Regulatory approval, international banking readiness, and financial infrastructure updates are converging. This is a rare moment that could have profound implications for dinar holders worldwide. For those holding the dinar, it's crucial to stay calm and organized. Do not rush to sell. Keep your currency secure, sorted, and documented. Organize receipts, purchase records, and notes for easy access. Begin identifying local banks that can handle foreign currency exchanges and confirm their procedures ahead of time. Being prepared will allow you to act efficiently and responsibly when the revaluation occurs. The next few weeks could be pivotal. As banks finalize updates and systems prepare to handle transactions, we may be on the verge of a financial event that has been decades in the making. This is the time to monitor developments closely, remain patient, and focus on preparation. The indications are strong, and the timing aligns perfectly with Iraq's recent international certification and ongoing coordination with global financial institutions. While we wait for official confirmation, it's essential to understand the broader financial implications. A dinar revaluation could influence not just individual holders, but also regional economic activity and international banking patterns. This is a step toward reintegrating Iraq's currency into the global market, and major banks are already preparing to facilitate that transition. The infrastructure is being finalized, and the signals are unmistakable. Remember, these updates are not speculative, they are operational. The banks involved are preparing staff, updating systems, and ensuring compliance with international regulations. Once the dinar is officially tradable again, these preparations will ensure a smooth process for holders and institutions alike. The groundwork being laid now is critical for the success of the revaluation. In summary, the appearance of the Iraqi dinar in U.S. bank systems is an unprecedented event, signaling that years of preparation are converging on a single point. Major financial institutions are readying their infrastructure, Iraq has earned international certification, and the groundwork for a coordinated revaluation is in motion. For holders of the dinar, this is an alert to stay organized, prepared, and patient. The long wait may finally be coming to an end, and when this happens, being ready will be key. Stay tuned to Iraqi Dinar News, because we will continue to bring you updates in real time as this story unfolds. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and share this video so you don't miss any critical developments. This is a historic moment, and for those who have been following the dinar journey, it could mark the beginning of a new financial chapter.